It's 2026 property tax appeal season and the deadline is coming fast. You are in a time crunch and want to fill out Georgia's basic tax appeal form as quickly as possible, right? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, I am dispensing with discussions relating to Georgia's tax appeal process and recent 2025 changes. This video assumes you have your annual assessment notice in front of you. It is formally known as the PT-306. You need this form before you can proceed. If you don't have this form, you will need to get it and come back to this video. If you need more instruction, I have other videos that are longer and goes into a bit more detail and discussion. They will be listed in the video description below. I also have a new book newly revised for 2026 titled Tax Freeze: How to File and Win Property Tax Appeals in Georgia if you want to learn more about Georgia's entire property tax appeal process. Otherwise, let's get to the bare bone approach to filling out Georgia's tax appeal form. The goal here is to do the bare minimum to preserve your tax appeal rights. You deal with the rest later. I want to make sure you are clear on this approach. If you are on a time crunch, you may want to consider filing your tax appeal electronically if your county offers that option. We are focused on doing the minimum for the paper appeal form. You will have to adapt this presentation for electronic filing. Starting out, fill out the top portion of the form. It is the contact information section. It is easy and straightforward. Print your full name, mailing address, phone numbers, and email address. This information is used by the tax assessor's office and the Board of Equalization. During the appeal process, you will receive postal mail, emails, or even phone calls. Communications and notices come at unpredictable times. So only list active contact information you will check. In the next section, check off the real box for real estate property appeals. The property ID number is your county's unique identifier for your parcel or property. This is very important to get right and listed on your assessment form. Your appeal could be disregarded if your tax assessor's office can't correctly identify which property your appeal form is for. In the property description field, I write the street address of the property being appealed to further support identifying the correct parcel or property. In the account number field, this is generally an optional field. I will write it in if it is provided on the assessment form. Otherwise, I leave it blank. Some counties list the account number on the assessment notice. Some counties don't. It's not a big deal if you don't have the account number. Under grounds for appeal, check the value box. For most owners of single-family homes, you want to select the BOE option, the Board of Equalization. It is the free option. Under owner's value assertion, this is the dollar value you believe that your property should be assessed at as of January 1, 2026. I can tell you from personal experience that I almost always get this number wrong and put too high a number in my effort to be fair, only to later regret it. I would later do research, pull sales comps, inspect the property, and realize I hurt my own efforts by writing a number that was too high. I hate it when that happens. Don't let this happen to you. Generally, the sales comps you are looking for are the prior year's comps. For example, 2026 property tax appeals reference sales values from January 1, 2025 to December 31, 2025. Don't use any 2026 sales information. That is a big mistake inexperienced people and most real estate agents make. Sales comps tend to skew high because most sold homes are cleaned up, repaired, updated, and retail-ready homes. You need to make a lower value adjustment to account for homes that are occupied, have wear and tear, and deferred maintenance issues. Bottom line, do yourself a favor and write in a lower value number than a higher value number, even if you feel it's a ridiculous number. You can always agree to settle the appeal at a higher value later, but you cannot settle a lower value than what you wrote. Under property owner comments, there are only 2 lines to write comments. It's very tight and you can't write a lot. Generally, I highlight the most significant factors affecting the value from highest impact to lowest impact. Some items might be roof, siding, foundation, HVAC, etc. I end the comment section by including a phrase, "More information forthcoming." I always include additional evidence at some point in the appeal process. In this time crunch scenario, you aren't providing any evidence at this point. You are doing the bare minimum for now. Under property class, select residential box for any appeal of single-family homes. Quadruplexes and larger are considered commercial. The next thing you absolutely want to remember is to sign the appeal form. If you don't sign the form, your appeal will be rejected. Sign with a blue ink pen. Some employees are very insistent on verifying original signatures on an appeal form. Speaking of being insistent, My cat Jaggy insists that you swipe that like button to help spread this video to more properties owners like yourself. And as a special bonus, if you hit that subscribe button, I will make sure Jaggy gets a special treat. Under the last section, in the agent information section, this is for people who want assistance with their appeal. The agent section does not mean real estate agent, insurance agent, or anything like that. Agent in the context of this tax appeal form is someone who you designate and give authorization to receive information on the appeal. Postal mail, phone calls, or emails relating to your tax appeal. For the purposes of a time crunch scenario, we ignore this section entirely. It's not required. You can always add an agent later. As I stated earlier, this video is meant to explain how to do the bare minimum to fill out Georgia's tax appeal form to preserve your appeal rights, nothing more. Because if you don't get this basic form filled out and delivered before the 45-day deadline, your appeal is dead for the current year. Nothing else you learn about Georgia tax appeals will matter. Don't miss that deadline. It will be costly for you to miss that deadline. When you complete the form and sign it, hand deliver or mail it in ASAP before the 45-day deadline. Providing evidence, supporting documents, and going through the rest of the appeal process to get your tax freeze requires homework later. You will ultimately need to research, look up, and review sales comps, do a property inspection, and make notes of damages, defects, and deferred maintenance issues. You should take good photos as part of your evidence in supporting document submission. You do all these and other things to prepare for a settlement, negotiation, or Board of Equalization hearing later in the process. To help you prepare for what comes next, you should get a copy of my newly updated book for 2026. It is available on Amazon in both Kindle ebook format and printed paperback format. If this video was too bare-boned for you, I suggest you watch the next video, which will give more explanations and context. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.